The most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Fred Jones, the creator of Bestseller Overnight and the founder of the Build Your Business Mastermind. Today, I want to talk to you about don't quit. Don't quit. There are many online entrepreneurs, authors, writers, speakers, coaches, consultants. They have a big vision in their heart, but oftentimes many of them run out of fuel. They run out of fire to finish that which they've started. So I wanted to share with you today, don't quit. What I'm going to be talking to you about is my personal journey of how I learned not to quit. One of the things that I live by is this: if you have not found something you will die for, you have not yet lived. I'm going to say that again. If you have not found something you will die for, you have not yet lived. Don't quit. Many people are faced with many challenges. We have many opportunities to be negative today. There are many things we could complain about. There's a lot of pain out there. There's a lot of hurt out there. But whatever you focus on, that is what you're going to find. Whatever you focus on, that is what you're going to find. So I wanted to come in today and talk to you and encourage you about the journey that you're on. If you're on the journey of writing a book, if you're on the journey of starting a business, if you're on the journey of just pursuing your purpose, pursuing your dream in life and your challenge, maybe you're just tired of all that's been going on this year and you're weary. Don't quit. Maybe you just have run out of places or people to talk to. Don't quit. Maybe you have just grown weary. Don't quit. You see, quitters never win and winners never quit. If you're going to be an entrepreneur online, you cannot quit. You got to pull out all stops. You got to get all in. Unfortunately, most people never get all in. I started my business in 1991. I first heard the word intellectual property. Fast forward to 2003, I wrote my first book. 2006, I published that book. Move forward, 2015, I became a best-selling author. And then in 2015, I matched my salary. 2016, I matched it again. And then in the 2016, I walked away from a full-time tenured college position to become a full-time paid speaker, writer, coach. And since that day, my friend, I've never looked back. Have there been opportunities that I wanted to quit? Yes. Have there been circumstances that hurt my feelings? Yes. Have I lost money? Yes. Have I made some bad connections? Yes. Have I had some poor experiences? Yes. Have I had opportunities to blame other people? Yes. But can I tell you what I've never done? I've never quit. You see, I believe in investing in me. I believe in what God has put on the inside of me. I'm talking about me, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking about me, but I'm speaking to you right now. You can't quit. It won't pay you to quit on your marriage, to quit on your church, to quit on your family, to quit on yourself. You see, when you quit, you set up other people to do the same for you. Somebody is watching you. Somebody believes in you. Somebody is following you. You cannot quit. So I've been in this space now for more than 7 years teaching people online. And what I want to do right now is share with you my story and how I learned not to ever, ever quit. You see, folks, I went to law school after I had started my own lawn care business. And I applied to get in law school. I was like 31 years old. Still going back to law school. And I got in law school and they didn't even have an LSAT score for me back then. The law school let me in. I think I might have been the last one to get in the class. I got into that law school class and here I am to tell you that immediately that first year I got all into law school and my wife left me the first year of law school. It was right in that first year of law school that my wife walked out and left, okay? And I can't say that she wasn't justified. I wasn't being the best of a husband. And so she probably had reasons to she had good reasons to leave. Let me just make it clear. She had good reasons to leave. Okay, so my wife left me, but I'm in law school. And by now, I'm dwindling down to the size of a spaghetti. Okay, finishing my first year of law school. I made an F in torts. That's right, F, okay? I want to put that in the comment box. I made an F in torts, okay? I failed. I failed that class. I had to take the class over. I had to take the class over because I failed. I made an F in torts, failed in law school. But guess what? I didn't quit. I kept showing up. I came back the next semester, wife gone now. I'm raising two boys by myself and going to law school. So I went to law school and I kept on going. And guess what? We got down to the end of the third year. Law school is only 3 years. You go to law school for 3 years. So I got down to year 3 and it's time to finish up law school. And oh my, my grades were not good. Things were not looking good. And you know what I said? I said, I'm too legit. I'm too legit to quit. I was not going to quit. And I said they would have to blow up this law school before I failed to graduate. And I'm here to tell you I graduated. I think I might have been last in my class. Okay, come on. Come on. I'm going to tell you, last in the class, okay? Law school. I think I might have been last in the class. I promise you. I'm not even exaggerating this. I promise you. I was last in the class. I was last in the class, but I graduated. Now, how many of you know that graduating from law school is only a small part of the journey? Come on, somebody. Graduating from law school is a small part of the journey. If you graduate from law school, now you got to pass the bar. Now you got to take that bar exam. So now it's time for me to take the bar exam. The wife is gone. I'm raising 2 children by myself. I'm struggling through law school and just barely making it through. And now I got to try to figure out how to study for a bar exam. So I go and I got these 2 boys and we're living on Evangeline Street in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Evangeline Street. And so I got these 2 boys. I'm raising these 2 boys and I'm trying to study for the bar exam. I study, man. I study. The bar exam is only taken in Louisiana 2 times a year. Can someone say 2? 2 times a year, February and July. So I took the bar exam in that July and I managed to study. And guess what? I got that letter in the mail. We go to the mailbox and you get an envelope and it just say, Dear Mr. Jones, let me get you an envelope. Let me get an envelope. You go to the mailbox and we get an envelope out of the mailbox. We get the envelope out of the mailbox. You open the envelope and we all knew that if the envelope was thin, if it was thin, that means you passed. But if the envelope was thick, that means you didn't pass. So I go out there and I get the envelope and it's open it up. Dear Mr. Jones, we regret to inform you that you did not pass the bar. By now, you done put all those months into study. You see, you spent about 6 months getting ready for this exam, okay? Only given 2 times a year. And the exam is 8 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm taking this exam 8 hours and you fail. Now you got to wait 6 more months before you can take the exam in February. So that's August, September, October, November, December, January. Okay. You got to wait 6 more months before you can take the exam again. Well, guess what? Guess what's going on in them 6 months? You ain't got no job. You ain't working for nobody. You got to study. So wife is gone. Kids are gone. I'm talking to somebody, don't quit. I'm talking to somebody, don't quit. Okay. And so I'm here working my butt off to pass this exam, right? And so I get ready to study the exam again. By now, I got 2 boys. We're living in a house together. Wife is gone. And we're studying for the bar exam. We're studying for the bar exam. And by now, guess what I'm doing? Living off of credit cards. Come on. Living off credit cards. Don't quit. Living off of credit cards. Don't quit. Okay. And so guess what? We don't have food in the house. It's cold in the house because I'm barely able to pay the bills. And it's just me and 2 boys, and they were about 5 or 6 years old, sleeping in a bed together, staying warm by the heat from the stove, struggling to pass a bar exam. By now, I'm going back to mowing grass, cutting yards, because that's what I was doing before I went to law school. Don't quit. I was doing that before I went to law school. Don't quit. And so we had gotten down so low, we had no food to eat. And a gentleman came by one day, a friend of mine, and he was a big guy, and he played professional football. He drove up in my driveway one day, and he got out of his car. He'd gotten injured playing football, so he walked with a limp. So he got out of his car one day, and he limped around. He came around the side of the door, and he was right there in my driveway. He said, "Open the door, little bruh. Open the door, little bruh." I opened the door to my kitchen, and he threw in a bag of rice, and he threw in a bag of flour and meal. He threw in more stuff, bread. He threw in some canned goods. He began to just throw food in the house. What he didn't know was we were out of food because I failed a bar exam now 2 times. And I was struggling living off credit cards. And I was going back to cutting grass, trying to make ends meet. And it was wintertime. And me and the boys were cold in that house because, I was raising them by myself. I failed in my marriage. Now I'm here still trying to study and still trying to get to the bar exam. And so I had a colleague named Margaret Edwards. Margaret is in heaven with the Lord now. Margaret said, "Fred," and she was one of my colleagues. She was in an earlier class. She believed in me. She wanted to see me pass. She says, "Fred, you're going to sit your blankety blank down and you're going to pass this bar exam." Sure enough, folks, I'd already failed the exam 2 times. I'd already failed the exam 3 times. I'd already gotten a letter now 4 times. Now, if you got an exam 4 times, that's 2 years of failing that bar. That's 2 years of failing. I said, don't quit. I'm talking to somebody. I came in today to encourage somebody, don't quit. I failed the bar exam 4 times. And by now I'm on time number 5. And it's rough. Okay. So I'm on my way to the study session. And over to the hotel. The boys, I done left them at home, taking care of themselves. They're young, but I was able to leave them there. They've grown up a little bit more. And then I go to the study, and guess what happened to my vehicle? The engine blows up in my vehicle. The engine goes out in my vehicle. I'm not able to get to the study session. I left the vehicle on the side of the road, and I got me a ride to the study session, and I got there and I started studying. And by the way, I studied in that group with Margaret, and I got my confidence up. I got my energy up. And by now, it's time to take the bar exam. And I done took the bar exam again the 5th time. Get the letter in the mail. "Dear Mr. Jones, we regret to inform you." Get the letter the 6th time. "Dear Mr. Jones, we regret to inform you." Now I'm down to time number 7, and my vehicle gone. I'm just struggling, living at a house by myself. The boys are their little boys, and the family support me a little bit. And it's time for me to go to take the bar exam. I don't have a ride to the bar exam. My vehicle is gone. And guess what? The buddy that threw the food in the house, he showed up. Gave me a ride to take the bar exam. It was that 7th time, 5 and 2, that 7th time that I passed that bar exam. Don't quit. Now, friends, after all of that, going through all of that, I finally passed that bar exam. After I passed, I left Louisiana, came to Georgia, and I applied to become a member of the United States Supreme Court Bar. In 2010, I became a member of the United States Supreme Court Bar. I became a member of the Louisiana State Bar, and I became an associate member of the Georgia State Bar. And to this day, I have looked back over that experience of taking that bar exam 7 times as one of the best experiences in my life. It's one of the best things that could ever happen to me, to go through that and to stay steady and pass that exam. I don't know what you're going through today. I don't know what's on you, what's the challenge that's on your life today. But those of you, whatever you're dealing with today, I want to encourage you, don't quit. I want to encourage you, don't give up on you. I want to encourage you, thank you, Miss Anderson. I want to encourage you to stay the course. I want to encourage you that you got in you what it will take for you to make it. I wish I could tell you that was the only failure in my life, but it's not. You see, there were many times that I've been through things in my life that I wanted to quit, but I wanted to come in today and take about 15 minutes to encourage you, don't quit. Don't quit in your mind. Don't quit in your spirit. Don't quit. I want you to just, to just know that you got what it takes to make it through this journey. You got what it takes to make it through this journey. If that's you out there and you're faced with a situation, maybe you've wanted to write a book. Maybe you have wanted to write a book. Maybe you've gotten started writing your book and you're like, you know what? I stopped writing a book. You know what? My book can't be a bestseller. I want you to go to drfredjones.com/bestseller. You got a bestseller on the inside of you. You got a story in you to tell, and now is the time to tell it. You have been through some things yourself, and you know that you didn't give up on you. And now is the time for you to encourage somebody else not to give up on themselves. So I want to encourage every one of you to go now and learn more about bestseller, becoming a bestseller. You can tell your story and become a best-selling author right here, and I'll be more than glad to help you do that, okay? I'll be more than glad to help you do that. So friends, I just wanted to come in today and just thank you all for your time. I came in today just to encourage you. Don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. One thing I've learned about entrepreneurship, Women in Purpose, thank you. Good to see you. One thing I've learned about entrepreneurship is that it is a powerful, powerful thing. But entrepreneurship requires people who know how to handle pain. People who know how to solve other people's problem, okay? People who know how to solve other people's problem. You got to know how to solve other people's problem. You got to know how to deal with pain. You got to know how to be serious about helping other people. Hello, ma'am. Good to see you. Thank you. You got to be serious about problem solving, and you got to be serious about dealing with pain. If you can't deal with pain and rejection, then you won't make it in the entrepreneurial world. If you can't deal with obstacles and resistance, you won't make it in the entrepreneurial world. You got to be strong. You got to be tough. You got to be resilient. You got to have a stick-to-itness that will not quit. You got to be one who will not take no for an answer, my friend. You got to be resilient. You got to be strong. You got to bring your best game. You see? So Women in Purpose, thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you all. Let me tell you about another failure in my life. Okay. I want to talk to some people about don't quit. A lot of people are faced with a lot of stuff out here, a lot of stuff out here. I want to encourage you, don't quit. If you're interested in talking with my team about how you can become a bestseller and how you can start your business and build your brand, go right there to drfredjones.com, drfredjones.com/bestseller, drfredjones.com/bestseller. Okay. Would love to support you, would love to serve you right there. Okay. So let me tell you about another time in my life that I failed. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? I failed in my marriage. That wasn't pretty. I don't take any joy in failing in my marriage. I failed in the ministry. I don't take any joy. But guess what? I didn't quit. I didn't quit on marriage, and I didn't quit on ministry. Okay. I told you about my failure in the marketplace. Let me tell you about my failure in the marriage. I failed in the marriage because I wasn't faithful. I wasn't mature. I was a young man and didn't know how to be responsible to take care of a wife and a family. And I'm not proud to say that I failed, but God gave me grace. God gave me grace. Okay. And from that grace, I was able to bounce back. I was able to come through. Let me tell you about it. And so I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I had gone through the divorce and everything. And I had so much failure. There was so much failure. And my failure used to come all time during the holidays. The holidays used to give me the blues. I mean, I used to just hate the holidays. And so every Christmas, I would try to find me a wife. I was single and raising 2 boys by myself. And every Christmas, I was like, I'm going to get married. I'm going to get married because I wanted a wife. I wanted somebody to help me and support me. But guess what? I didn't just want a wife. I was trying not to sin. I wanted to honor God. And I was just trying to do the thing right. Right? Got it? All right. But it was horrible. So this one Christmas, I met this young lady and I was going to get married. We only known each other for 3 months. Just put the letter 3 in the comment box, somebody. Can I just let me know you're listening? Just put the 3. Just put the 3. Just the letter 3. Just the number 3. I only knew her for 3 months, and I was going to get married. I was like, I had been kind of clean for a little while, and I was going to get married. Lo and behold, 3 months. Only 3 months. And guess what happened? Disaster. Okay. It fell through because after I told her I wanted to get married, then she said, I have some other things to tell you. And when she told me what she had to tell me, I knew, thank you, Women in Purpose. I knew then that wasn't going to work. And you want to know what happened? I found myself sitting on a counselor's chair. I'm talking about don't quit. I found myself sitting on a chair saying, I need help. And I looked back over my life and I realized that the common denominator was me. Don't quit. Don't quit on you. God is doing a work in you. You are bigger than what you're showing up. And so I get into this class one night and I go in there. I pay $500 to go to this class called Healing the Sexually Broken. And guess what happened? God moved on me and changed my world. Changed my world. Okay, God changed my world because I went in there self-righteous, full of me, looking down at everybody else. But before the class was over, I came out with a new mindset, with a new attitude, thinking how much I needed God. And God erased and took a whole lot of phobias out of me and gave me a new heart and a new life so that I could look upon people all from a balanced perspective. You want to know something? Now, today, I have a wife and a beautiful family, and it is just phenomenal to be able to get back in the game after you've wanted to quit, after you've wanted to give up, after you've failed so many times. It's so beautiful to get back in the game. I now have a marriage. I now have a ministry. I now have a marketplace business, and God has truly restored my life on a lot of levels. So where are you today? Don't quit on you. Some of you have dreams and goals. You want to grow. You want to go further. You want to go higher in life. Don't stop leaping. Don't stop looking. Don't stop jumping. Step out and obey God. Don't quit. If God have put you with someone, don't quit. If you want to do something that you've never done before, you have to do what you've never done before. Step out. Believe in you. Accept the awesomeness in you and watch God elevate and promote you. Don't quit. Don't quit on you. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. Quitting is not a recipe of success. Our children watch us and our children's children watch us. And therefore, we want to model and exemplify a resilient behavior. Friends, if you are out there and you are interested in building a business online, you're interested in doing something that you've never done before. Maybe you want to build a speaking business. Maybe you want to build a coaching business. Maybe you want to build a consulting business. Then I want to invite you to apply at drfredjones.com mastermind. drfredjones.com mastermind. I want to invite you to apply to work with us there. And we will be more than glad to review your application and see how we can serve and support you at drfredjones.com/mastermind. I built a mastermind to serve and support those of you who don't want to quit, those of you who believe in you and are ready to go all the way in for you. If that's you, then this program will be something you'll be more than interesting to look at. Friends, I want to thank you all for coming in today. Thank you all for your time. Thank you, Women in Purpose. Thank you, God, the goddess there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I just wanted to drop in and add some value. Don't quit. Keep on going. Aim higher. Your best and brightest days are still ahead of you. Still ahead of you. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. I want to remind you that the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Good day, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.